What is up, guys? This is your boy God of Decay here. Welcome to Gods of Decay Gaming. We are going to talk about one of my favorite lores, my favorite story in all of Destiny, Thorn and Dragon Yor. Now, keep in mind, I have no biased opinions about anything here, but it's my favorite story. So if it's not yours, why the f*** are you even watching this video? I'm joking. Keep watching, please. I just thought maybe I should share one of my favorite videos with you guys. You guys watch my videos. You guys are probably wondering what's my favorite story in Destiny, so I figure I might as well tell you. I think I might have to restart this video though, because I don't know if I'm lost some storage space on my phone or something. I don't know if it was doing on internal to start with, but we'll find out, and if I have to start over, I'll just be sitting in orbit. So fair warning to Coulson here. So anyways, we're going to get right into the lore video. I'm going to sit down. Welcome to story time with Uncle Mackin. I decided this would probably be the best place. So let me pull out my storybook, guys. We're going to go into the basic of the weapon first. Now, I do need to finish the last word fragments, so you will not hear the full story yet. The legend of Thorn is bound to the rise and fall of Dragon Yor, a guardian whose name is remembered with disgust and shame. The weapon was thought destroyed, but rumors of its existence still haunt the wilds. Ghost Fragment, Thorn. The Rose. The nobleman stood, and the people looked to him, for he was a beacon, hope given form. Yet still only a man, and within that truth there is a great promise. If one man could stand against the night, then so too could anyone. Everyone. In his strong hand the man held a rose, and his aura burned bright. When the man journeyed on, the people remembered. In his wake, hope spread. But the man had a secret fear. His thoughts were dark. A sadness crept from the depths of his being. He had been a hero for so long, but his pride had led him down sorrow's road. Slowly the shadow's whisper became a voice, a dark call, offering glories enough to make even the brightest light wander. He knew he was fading, and yet he still yearned. On his last day, he sat and watched the sun fall, his final thoughts, pure of mind if not body, held to a fleeting hope. Though they would suffer for the man he would become, the people would remember him as he had been. And so the nobleman hid himself beneath a darkness no flesh should touch, and gave up his mortal self to claim a new birthright. Whether this was a choice or destiny is a truth known only to fate. In that cool evening air, as dusk was devoured by night, the nobleman ceased to exist. In his place stood another. Same meat, same bone, but so very different. The first and only of his family, the sole forebearer and last descent of the name Yor. In his first memories as a new being, he looked down at his rose, and realized for the first time that it had held no petals, only the jagged purpose of angry thorns. So we don't know his name. That's been the problem with the Thorn conspiracy here. This is Breaklands, Durga, Last Word, Malfior, Shin, North, Channel, Palama, Thorn, Velgar, Yor, Dragon. Audio unavailable, transcript follows. Can I see what you got there? Your cannon? Can I see it? I know you. Not that I can't say. And you want to hold my peace? Just that I never seen one like it. No, you haven't. Looks dangerous. Seems, maybe. That's the point. Suppose so. Can I see it? Not likely. Where'd you find it? You hearing me? He asked you a question. Didn't find it. Made it. Heh. Hell of a touch you got, then. You a smith? I look like a smith? Looks can be deceiving. Got that right. There a problem? Doesn't need to be. Glad we got that cleared up. Now about that piece. Been to Luna? Excuse me, the moon. You been? Nobody's been. That a truth? That's a fact. Funny you'd make that distinction. Truth is, you must think you're some kind of something special with that attitude. The way you're just dismissing us like you were nothing. Like we ain't even here. Fact is, you ain't near as rock solid as you figure. Fact is, special's only special till it's not. The bones say otherwise. Speak straight. You say nobody. Bones say otherwise. What bones? All of them. Where are you getting at? Too many to count. You trying to get a rile out of us? Was only making conversation. You really weren't. We got a smart one here. Experience more than smart, but experience has its advantages. Experience tell you to lip off to strangers just trying to make talk. Keep insistent and maybe we will. Talk? Have words? Ain't that what we're doing? Our conversations tend to be a bit louder. That a threat? A truth. Who the hell you think you are? According to your facts, nobody. Yet here I sit. Don't matter much how pretty your cannon is. You keep it up, we'll see how loud you like it to get. You done talking now? Guess he knows his place, boys. Ever have a nightmare? You playing games or just thick? I know you have. This world? Can't help but. I don't have nightmares. I give 'em. You're a goddamn cliche. The picture perfect bandit. Hearing your voice, the things you are saying, the shade of a hard man you pretend to be, ain't no shade. Sit down. Sit down. Your mouth just got your friends dead. This is what happens when you bore me. And right now, I'm so very bored. What? No, listen. Shh. But you're one of them. A guardian, right? You're supposed to be one of the good ones. Supposed to be. Maybe I am. Maybe this is what good looks like. Any more? Who can tell? You want to see my prize? No, look at it. Audioble sobbing. Whimpering won't stop. What comes next? Look. Look at it. Open your eyes. Not many get such a clean view. The bone. You see it? Jagged like thorns. I used to think of it as a rose, focusing on its bloom. But the bloom is just a byproduct of its anger. You have nightmares. Ever seen a nightmare? Ever opened your eyes and realized the horror wasn't a dream? The terror wasn't gone? I've seen nightmares. They live in the shadows. They've been watching. I thought, it's foolish, I know, but I thought I saw a way. That maybe we could win, maybe we could survive. But once you step into those shadows, it's so very hard to walk in the light. Maybe I just wasn't strong enough, maybe. But I feel strong now. I stole the dark, or maybe it stole me. Either way, here we are, and I am hungry. It's hungry. You have no light beyond the spark of your pathetic life. But a spark is something. Open your eyes. Audible sobbing, audible crack. Then silence. So, from what I'm gathering there, Dragon Yor just killed somebody who was pissing him off. Very much. Apparently, you don't ask to see someone's weapon in Destiny. Farewell to light. You were not always this man. True. Then the mask says you do not need to remain this man. You can be other. I am other. You can be better. This is better. That matter at best is subjective. Then what? Lesser? Some would say. But what would you say? All we've seen, and now, here with me, you have no words, but I have words. But you will not like them. There is much I do not like. More now than ever it would seem. I find no laughing matter on your path. Only in the journey. What brought you here was nobility, and my prize. That is no prize. A curse then? I would say. And I would disagree. You are no longer yourself. I am myself. It's who I was that's gone. Who you were held all the value. To you? To the light? The light. It is all. It is nothing but a crutch. One that has held you up only just and nothing more. Nothing more. You were a hero. And yet people still die. Corruption still exists. Light still fades and darkness still spreads. As it will ever be. That doesn't mean you give in to. To what? Hope? This is not hope. This is peace. You have blood on your hands. How is that any different than prior? Innocent blood. Matter of perspective. That's the shadow talking. And I am not? The shadow? Yeah. No? This past cycles, you've made an honorable effort. Tried your best to correct my course, but I don't know it needs correcting. And if it does, could be too late. Could be is a winding path. Long way from where I was to where I'm going. That is my hope, that there is still some time. For corrective measures, the righting of your path, the cleansing of your shadow and return to the light. Why'd you pick me? Doesn't work that way. Was I special? You were, but only as special as any other. You are special. Seems to contradict the word, don't it? Not in my estimation. If we're all special, are any of us special? Is that what you want, to be special? You dismiss. But it's a very serious question. Is that all you're after? Is all the death worth that badge? I'm not already more than the rest. Looking at you here, now, the smoke, ash, and bone at your feet mark you so much less, maybe, and yet here you are. You've been at my side every step of the way. Where else would I be? Yet to disagree so thoroughly with my change in perspective. If only the change was simply one of perspective, your evolution was no choice. This is not you, having come to an understanding after careful considered thought. This is corruption. The shadows, the darkness, maybe so. There is no maybe here, and you think you can save me? I rekindle your light. It falls first to me to aid in its survival. I tire of it. You must try. I tire of you. This is no longer my name. I will not speak the other. It doesn't matter. This is where we part ways. I will not leave you. I am leaving you. Without me, you journey ahead. We more than any one guardian can handle. That's the point. It's been some time since you saw me as worthy of walking among those I once called brother and sister. Yet anymore I feel as though I am worthy of so much more. Without me, you will die. Someday. Won't be the first time. Consider this my last good deed. I am releasing you of your burden of my deeds, both done and yet to come. I will not abandon you. You will. Or I will carve the light from your shell and leave the carcass of my first and last friend in the dirt of this dull, red world for no one to find. Then I have failed you completely. Not me. Maybe the man I was. He is truly dead. I believe so. Beliefs is not fact. Schematics I no longer have the patience for. When you speak of me, use my proper name. Tell them of the man that stands before you, not the ghost of the hero I once was. You will always be to me. If you cannot let that man go, you will forever taint his legacy. All the good I have ever done will be washed away in the fire of who I have become. If you care, then there is still promise within you. If I am being honest, I care only to give hope to the frightened, huddled masses so that when I come upon them, they will have more to lose. Their pain will be greater, their screams more pure. You, nothing dies like hope. I cherish it. You're a monster. Finally, you see the truth. Is truly dead. So I've said. Long live Dragon Yor. This is farewell. But you can only run from your sins so far. In the end, you will die alone. Maybe so. But I gotta tell you, I tend to like my odds. Your tainted rose will not always save you. Old friend, it already has. So you're probably wondering who he was talking to in that, and a lot of people think it was Shin Malfear, but that was him saying goodbye to his first and only and his last friend, his ghost. It was the first friend you make in the game. Put two and two together, I'll carve the light right out of your shell and leave you on the red planet. They were on Mars when this happened. The shadow and the light. Such darkness, impressed, far from it. To each their own. His light is faded, his light is gone. You are an infection. I am which will cleanse. You are a monster. An old friend once saw me as the same. He was right, and had we met earlier, so too would you be. You dare defend yourself, all you've done, as anything but monstrous? No more than a hurricane. Then you're a force of nature. I am all that is right. You may not see it for lacking of looking or blind ignorance, but I am that is good. You've just murdered a good man. He shot first, yet you stand. Guess he missed. He never misses. First time for everything. His cannon. Nice piece of hardware. Well worn, but clean. Smooth hammer. It was his prize. Guess he put too much faith in the wrong steel. Is that where your faith lies, in steel? Not for some time. My steel is only an extension. My faith is in the shadow. Then my light is an affront to all you are. I am your truest enemy. One of many. Would you end me? Not you. Not now. The shadow knows mercy. The shadow knows no such thing. Then what? The other? What other? The dead man's charge. The boy? You'd end him as well? If it comes to that, we'll see. I won't let you have the child. Been long enough now. I think maybe he's a man. You cannot have him. Not yet. I won't let you. That you cannot stop me is an amusing thought. Here, take it. Why? Give the apprentice his master's sword. It is a gift. You cannot have him. You fear for his light? He is special. Yes, I am aware. You're trying to tempt him. You're feeding his anger. The gun is a memento, nothing more. You claim to be a vessel, a hollow shell where once a man stood, but that's just a lie. The man is still in you. There is no man here. I am now, and for the rest of my time, only Dragon Yor. The eternal abyss? So not all forgotten languages are dead. Hide behind whatever titles you wish. It is still a facade. No force of nature would play such games. Games? The cannon. You wish to tempt the boy, to spur him on, fuel his rage. There is intent there. Actions of a man, monstrous, mad, or otherwise. You are nothing more. And what value does your conclusion bring, flawed as it may be? That a hurricane can only be weathered, not stopped, not redirected. A force of nature is uncaring and without intent. But a man, yes, a man is none of those. A man can be killed. And there it is. There what is? A sliver of hope. Dragon Yor just finished off Shin Malfur. Now this is where my story gets a little different. You're going to be like, what? We're going to read the last word fragment 4, because this is part of it. I was only a boy, my face caked with soot, snot, and sorrow. I assumed Jaren, my old friend, our guardian, the savior of Palamon, would always protect us, could always. Jaren and the others, only a handful. So we're going to skip ahead into this. Right here. Now, we stood silent, the sun high. Seconds passed, feeling more like hours. He looked different. He seemed now to be weightless, effortless in existence. My gaze remained locked, as I felt a heat rising inside of me. The other spoke. Been a while. I gave no reply. The gunslinger's sword, his cannon. That was a gift. My silence held as my thumb caressed a perfectly worn hammer at my hip. An offering from me to you. The heat grew, centered in my chest. I felt like a coward the day Jaren Ward died, and for many cycles he killed Jaren Ward. This is why I think Dragon Yor was once someone Ward. But here I felt only the fire of my light. The other probed. Nothing to say? He let the words hang. I've been waiting for you, for this day. He attempted at the conversation, felt mundane when judged against all that had come before. Many times I thought you'd flattered, given up. All I'd lost, all who'd suffered, flashed rapid through my mind. Intercunt with a dark silhouette walking towards a frightened, weak coward of a boy. That fire burned in me, the other continued. But here you are. This is truly an end. As his tongue slipped between syllables, my gun hand moved as if of its own will. Reflex and purpose merged with anger, clarity, and overwhelming need for just that, an end. In step with my motion, the fire within burst into focus, through my shoulder, down my arm, as my finger closed on the trigger of my third father's cannon. 2 shots, 2 bullets engulfed in the angry glow. The other fell. I walked to his corpse. He never raised his cursed thorn. The jagged gun with the festering sickness. I looked down at the dead man who had caused so much death. My shooter still embraced by the dancing flames of my light. A sadness came over me. I thought back to my earliest days of Palamon of Jaren. Leveling my cannon at the dead man's helm, I paid one final tribute to my mentor, my savior, my father, and my friend. Yours, not mine. As I closed my grip, allowing Jaren's cannon, now my own, to have the last loud word. Right here, the apprentice to Jaren Ward has just finished off killing Dragon Yor. Now, why would Jaren Ward, a guardian who never misses a shot, miss a shot at Dragon Yor? There has to be some reason for it. Now, that reason that has me going on about this, and why it's my favorite story, they could have been brothers once. Brothers of the same. They had both each one of the twin cannons. That would only explain. So much. The thing about it that bothers me the most is if you think about Dragon Yor and you look at it, why did he not raise his cursed thorn to the apprentice? Other than the fact he wanted to die. Dragon Yor, the man who killed Jaren Ward, wanted death. But why would a man that powerful want to die himself? Shit. But why would a man that powerful want to die? Colson, back up. Get the fuck away from them. You look at it and you just look at the facts. He didn't die for no reason. He killed his own brother. He did what he had to do to redeem himself. You think if you killed your own brother, you'd be able to live with yourself like that? Someone who meant so much to you, who missed the shot on purpose, to send you a warning, to return to yourself. I believe Dragon Yor was once someone Ward. We will never know his true name, unless Bungie decides, but who knows? Maybe this is the true story. Maybe he was Ward, one of the two brothers who wielded the twin cannons. One got the last word, the other got the first curse, the beautiful rose.
I've never seen one on the surface. The kill's gotta be inside.
If you think about it, I'm not far off. If you really think about it, I could be right on the mark. But we will never know. That's why it's one of my favorite stories. Because you can never know the truth. It's one of those stories that'll have you sitting there and you'll be like, who was that man once? Why do we only see parts of the story of him? Why can't we see the part? Why can't we know what emotions he felt when Jaren Ward died? Why did he let the apprentice kill him? If he never even pulled out his last word, how can you say that the apprentice avenged his master? This is all wonders, figments, that have always had me wondering on this story. But those little wonders, they're what make the story I love. And you can't get that out of most things in Destiny. I love the story of Dragon Yor because it is a beautiful story. It's tragic, but it's that tragedy that makes it so beautiful. You can't get that in most games. So, when I find that last word fragment number 3, you'll get the last word story. You'll hear the last part. How Shin Malfeur's ended Dragon Yor's life. How he avenged his master and ended the tyranny of the man named Dragon Yor. So I hope you'll tune in when the time comes for that one last delightful lore video I'll do. I know I've been talking a lot through this, and you guys are probably sick of me speaking. So we're going to end this off on a positive note. We're going to try and finish this. I know I've sat around most of this. Oh, that was perfect what I just did there. So, yeah, I had it set to the internal memory. It would have gone off long before now if it wasn't because of that reason. So guys, tell me how you thought about my first lore video. This is my first time giving a lore video. I meant to do this months ago, but I've never really gotten to the chance. So, tell me how you guys think, you know? You know, I live for your guys' feedback, you know? Oh shit. I'm dead. No. I'm glad Colson's not far behind. But I hope you guys enjoy. I kind of was rushing this mission, trying to fit it in. I don't have to worry about that now, but I know not a lot of people Okay, yeah, maybe walking up to him with that is probably not my best of ideas. Well, let me go how you guys felt about it. Little story about a guardian who once was pure light, man. This door won't open again. So, guys, remember, they call us to keep them alive. I'm going to do something in the back here. But remember, guys, every guardian was once pure of light. How they go down in history is not open for debate. Every guardian will fall, every guardian will rise. There is no eternal light, there is no eternal darkness. There is only what you make of it. You killed him, Coulson. Damn it. I was gonna pop a 3 of coins. I wanted to keep him alive. It's fine.
Praxis was one of the worst plagues this system has ever seen. Without their help, houses usually turn against each other. They finally broken their hold on the
Oh
attack.
well. But guys, we are guardians. Some of us walk the path of light, others walk the path of darkness. Remember, Dragon Yor was once a guardian of light by another name, one that was a beacon of hope. And look what he became, and look how he ended. Remember that, guardians. We are what we make ourselves to be, no matter what. That's the end of this video. This has been God's. I hope you guys take this into account. And remember, this story holds a lot to my heart, as this is personally my favorite. So guys, this has been Gods of Decay Gaming, and remember, death is only an afterthought.